Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101.
Ahoy! Let's go! We're waking up Chicago. Turn up the radio. It's time to start the show. On Q101 with the morning crew. Ahoy! Let's go! Welcome to the morning show.
Let's go. Give us that proof of life check-in. 312-967-8300, our new phone number, which, by the way, I saw someone text Case later in the show yesterday. They sent in, this new phone number not working for me. And I know we asked you to change 3 digits of the phone number that from 33 years, we weren't happy about it. We explained the change of the phone number, that it wasn't a choice. We changed phone carriers because, quote, our current one decided not to be a phone company anymore. Is that how that went down?
Yes.
And then I remember seeing that text near the end of the show yesterday. I believe it came in from Mundelein. It was a nice lady from Mundelein who came in and said it's not working for her. I'm so grateful of the loyalty of our listeners and what they did all these years. I'm just hoping that a change of 3 digits in the middle does not cause you to have any stress in your life or anger toward us. It seemed like it was a unusual hostility toward a phone number, not working for her.
Okay, now I'm going to respond to this as nicely as I can. You addressed me specifically about this, not even Kenzie. What do you want me to do about it?
Well, because
I can't fix it.
You handle
Sounds
the
like I don't have to do anything.
Yeah, Kenzie, you sit back on this one. It's been
I'm
assigned
gonna go get
to
a
me.
coffee. I'll see you guys in a little bit.
And that's my point. I think Kenzie doesn't want to deal with the phones. She said, quote, on the show, I will not answer them if you're not here one day, Case.
If I die.
If you die,
That's the only reason I wouldn't be here.
hit by a bus,
They're not giving me extra vacation days.
maybe a billionaire offers you a job, you leave, we never hear from you again.
God willing.
It could
The phones are
happen.
never answering. You don't even need that number. Just sit back and relax.
You see, that's why I asked you, because I knew Kenzie would say that. Kick back, get her coffee. Phones are not going to be answered.
Yes. So again, what do you want me to do about it?
It's more of a brainstorming session. How can we smooth over this anger for changing the 3 digits to this young lady from Mundelein, who I really want her to be happy in general waking up every morning?
Well, if she's a young lady, she can just deal with it because she hasn't had the old phone number for that long, let alone the new phone number, and she'll adjust. If it's an old lady, we've got a different issue on our hands.
What do you got to tell her to adjust her fax machine when she faxes in requests to
Well, look,
the
I
line?
don't understand fax machines, so I'm not going to go there because that's technology that I've never used. I don't understand how it gets paper.
Have you never used a fax machine?
When
Ever?
would I have used a fax machine?
Well, they've been around for a while. They're still existing
I
in our
understand
building.
that, but I haven't.
Kenzie, you ever used a fax machine?
I haven't.
Hold on.
I faxed stuff.
It sounds like we have some big fax machine story from Kenzie coming up.
No, but I've been hey, I'm gonna need you to fax this over, but it was more of a in order. I didn't do it.
You were ordering somebody to.
Yeah, I'm gonna need you to go fax this.
And even that seems odd for you.
Wait, I
there's
missed
only
it.
a few, what?
Did you say you ordered someone through a fax machine? You made
No, I told someone this needs to be faxed.
Oh, okay.
There
Proceed.
you go.
Proceed.
So I've had to fax, but I didn't touch the machine. Does that make sense?
Yeah, makes complete sense.
I feel like our big printers out there, those monsters ones, are also fax machines. One of the reasons they're so big.
Correct. They are also fax
Yeah.
machines.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, they are. They're
You know that flat screen area?
Printers, I don't understand, period. Sometimes the printers here aren't working and I just walk away.
Yeah.
I
You're probably
unplug 'em.
faxing stuff.
Yeah, I'm probably faxing stuff by accident, but then I don't understand how. Never mind. I was gonna say the dumbest thing I've ever said, but I'm
No,
realizing
now
it.
we're not going to move on until you say it.
What I was going to say before I realized that this is stupid, so I wasn't going to say it. But before I thought about it, what I was going to say was, I don't understand how the paper gets from one printer to the other. What I'm now realizing is that that's actually not how it works.
That's not what's happening
and
at
I'm
all.
only just now.
See, there's paper loaded in this machine.
Yes.
There's paper loaded in the
Yeah.
other machine.
So
the
I'm-
information's
yes.
transferred.
So I'm getting that now. Hadn't previously thought about it was on this earth 27 years going, clearly they're sending paper across continents in the fax machine, and I don't fully understand how it works. What I'm realizing now is that is insane.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yep.
A little bit.
And
But-
we've all
the
grown- we've all grown.
information.
Yeah. It's the information. We've all grown today.
so neither of you have ever punched in the numbers on a fax machine and sent a fax.
I didn't know there were numbers.
Kenzie ordered a fax or ordered something through a fax, but somebody
Yeah,
else
like
did it for
I've
her.
like just asked someone, hey, you want to fax that for me?
You kind of turned into Elvis there.
I'm going to need this fax.
Yeah, where'd that Elvis accent? Hi, yo, baby. You want to send a fax for me? Thank you very
Go
much.
ahead and send that fax right over for me.
Thank you very much.
Do you think Elvis ever used a fax machine? Elvis died right before Star Wars came out. Never saw Star Wars.
I think he did something like I did. I'm gonna go ahead and need that fax.
Yeah, that's true. He
I mean,
probably
why is
wasn't.
he doing his own faxes?
That's
no way.
true. If
So-
anybody was going to have a guy, it would be Elvis.
So Elvis died in the 70s. I can't remember the exact
Yeah,
year.
77, I believe.
77. The first fax machine
Do
patent.
you remember? It was the year you retired.
That's right. I retired. I came out of retirement
Oh,
2 years
yeah,
later. The first fax machine was patented in 1843.
Crazy.
That doesn't seem possible.
So Elvis could have
Elvis could
faxed
use a
something.
fax
Like-
machine.
Who was like popular in 1843? Like who's one of the most popular people alive? Type that in.
We got a second.
Just to get a reference of like person, outfit, things happening. Because
mean-
I think I'm way off.
I mean, it's
Well,
weird.
Kenzie, who do you think?
I'm like, that's Renaissance. Like,
No.
if it starts with 18, that's not good. They rode their horses. Like, faxes. Like, that's confusing.
Do you know who the most popular person was in 1843?
Who?
Charles Dickens,
Oh.
who wrote a
Okay,
Christmas.
see, that puts me in a good. Okay, I see.
He wrote
I
a-
still can't believe they have faxing.
He wrote a Christmas Carol.
Wow.
Yeah,
They were all in their Dickens era.
yeah, that was definitely a Dickens era, and apparently a fax era in
Fax era,
1843.
yeah. In a way, we're still in our fax era.
Surprised the Civil War ever happened. I mean, everything seemed to be going great in 1843 for some people.
Well, not for all, famously, which is why we had the Civil War.
All right, I'm glad we cleared all that up for that girl in Mundelein. 312-967-8200 is the number going forward. We can't change it. Don't fax to it, but you can text to it, and you can call us on it, and we'll have a chance coming up at some wonderful tickets today. We'll explain in a bit.
Brian and Kenzie.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. It's time for a fact that makes your brain go. And in a way, it's related to what I'm doing right now, trying to fit in. Yesterday, we talked about this at about 7:50. I'm trying to fit into my wedding suit for the Aisle 101 wedding that myself and Kenzie are hosting this Friday at the Haight in Elgin.
Woo.
We gave away this wedding for one of our listeners. The couple is Megan and Brian, no relation. And what I decided to do, as weighing the most I've weighed in my entire life for this long a period of time, was to fast every day after the show and not eat until during the show. So I'll eat my normal protein shake, some meat sticks that I usually eat during the show from 6 to 10, and then I won't eat afterward from 10 until 6 in the morning again. However, later today we have some honky tonk barbecue coming in, a great listener in Pilsen. So Kenzie made a rule to me saying, well, if you're going to do that, you can't eat during the show until the barbecue comes in around 9 o'clock.
Right. If you could trade out all the stuff that you're gonna have in the morning, and then have the barbecue.
'Cause the barbecue
You
is-
can't eat all morning and then have the barbecue also.
Which I didn't object to. And so I'm still on this. I'm on this fast. I have not eaten since 10 a.m. yesterday, or 9:30 actually. So what is that hours-wise? That's 12, that's 18, 19, 20, 21. Am I in 21 hours of no food?
Yes.
I would like a little appreciation for
I-
that.
I didn't know we were all doing math there, yes.
We're just, what are we doing here? Come on, I'm 21 hours without food, and that's the reaction? Holy
Wow.
cow. Okay. Listen, I was down. Well, I'll tell you the weight in a minute of what I was down.
You're already weighing yourself? You haven't even hit the 24-hour fast yet.
You think I haven't lost any weight?
Well, that just seems weird to already be weighing yourself.
But you're obsessed with weighing yourself. You do it all the time.
I weigh myself every morning. I'll give it to you right now if you like.
Please.
I was 247 yesterday. This morning at 3:30 a.m., I was 241. 241.
I'm going to kill myself.
I think
That wasn't my goal. That happened.
Doing.
Now, it doesn't mean I lost 6 pounds necessarily,
I think by definition it does.
but it's not necessarily, is it real because I'm starving myself? I don't know if it's real weight loss.
Right, like if you had a big meal right now, would you just weigh 247 again
I don't have the scale with me, but we'll find out when that barbecue comes in.
with the barbecue slaps?
Because it's going to be a little fatty, and I'm not certainly going to go light on that barbecue. but I am 6 pounds less than yesterday after fasting for 21 hours at this point.
All right, well, that's the pace you need to make it down to 25 pounds by Friday.
Yeah, I need to get down, well, at least under 230 for this suit to fit and not the button to fly off and kill grandma in the front row with the waist being very tight. So that's where I'm at. Now, today's fact relates to food, and it is the food peak of the day. You're craving for the most food. What time of the day? And I want an exact time, Kenzie, not just like I want the exact hour and minutes of the day when you think your craving peaks the most.
For me, it's 10 p.m.
10 p.m. exactly on the dot when the show ends. Or I'm sorry, 10 p.m. at night.
Yep, when the show ends.
10 p.m.
No, 10 p.m. is like both of my kids are finally in bed, and I just have like an urge to like eat in a quiet house downstairs. I'm like, oh, and I just want like a little something. Some people would then have a cocktail, and I kind of have like a Diet Coke and a snack is how I usually feel.
Now, do you do that or you don't do that?
A lot of times I do. I save like my little treat or whatever after dinner for that moment.
You go back. What's the snack?
It
Besides
could
the
be
Diet
anything.
Coke.
It depends on what I'm in the mood for. Sometimes it's 1 or 2 bites of the dinner I made. Let's say I made a little soup or something, maybe a little more of that. Or some chips. I love potato chips and sour cream. I love it.
Ooh, pull out some dip at 10 o'clock at night.
Woo!
That's an aggressive move.
So, sometimes I do pistachios. I like that, like the salty. It's delicious. Sometimes I do, a piece of candy or something. Do like a little treat.
The rub with pistachios, this is a recommendation for me. Don't ever buy the unshelled pistachios. Because you might as well just eat the whole bag then. Having the peel having the break open each pistachio takes
It slows you down.
It slows you down.
We should shell all of your food. That would help. Like every French fry, every burger.
Put it in a safe.
I would love that if we could do that because then you get to that pistachio with no opening. So you got to go grab the nutcracker opening thing to get that one open, or just throw that one
I put those
away.
back in the bag. So if you're at my house and we're near it at a bag of pistachios, it's about to be a very difficult task for you.
Boy,
because I just keep putting them back in.
That is frustrating.
It's a really upsetting last quarter of the bag.
It's very selfish of you to put all the shelled, complete, no opening
I
pistachios
don't know
back
how
in
to
the
get them
bag.
open.
Did
What
you-
am I, a squirrel? I mean, what the hell am I supposed to do?
You don't have one of those like nutcracker things that are like, the two
Not
metal
that
trunks?
small enough. Like that, there's almost like space in mine because it's actually for like a big old walnut.
A big nut?
A big old walnut. It doesn't have time for these little pistachios. I mean, I could bring up like the Christmas bin with the nutcracker out. I don't even think those work though.
Now I know what to get you for your next birthday.
I don't want a pistachio cracker.
I'm going to get you a very small, tiny pistachio cracker for your birthday.
I don't want one.
And we love you, by the way. Happy birthday with your pistachio cracker.
I still haven't gotten my gift this year from Brian.
Yeah, that Selena thing, that Selena pajamas, they're a little back ordered. I got another alert.
How are they back ordered? They're
People-
Selena pajamas.
People must
I
want
think
them.
they're shocked somebody ordered them.
Did they say they have to make them real quick?
They're like, oh God, where do we even get these from?
By the way, Case will be watching Selena this week for Cinco de Mayo in his review.
Highly
Thank
requested.
God.
Yes.
The blood in, blood out people still following me on the street in anger. It's
Not
not that
happy.
movie. All right, Case, what time of the day do you think the exact craving for food peaks? Kenzie says 10 p.m.
It has to be 6:05 a.m. because that's when I'm always at my most hungry. I
Yeah.
could eat a horse right now.
6:05?
6:05. Right when the show starts is when I'm ready to eat a porterhouse. I don't know
Ugh.
what happens in my brain where as soon as we start doing the show, I get so hungry.
See, I'm not hungry. We obviously get up very early for the show, and I am not hungry. I never eat unless we have a food drop, because, like, obviously we participate. But at my normal, because I don't even pack, like, food for this place. I don't eat until I get home for the first time. So, like, 11:30 is usually the first time I eat for the day.
See, as I've mentioned, I eat through the entire show. Little snacks here and there, meat sticks, some trail mix, a lot of Coke Zeros, some tea, a protein shake. Not today till that honky-tonk barbecue comes in. But Case says he gets hungry the most at 6:05, but he doesn't eat during the show.
Well, I pivoted to craisins recently because for a while, this is a part of my, not to talk about our body so much, but part of my weight loss journey was, hey, what if I didn't eat, 2 bags of barbecue chips right now? What if I held off a little bit, maybe had some fruit for once in my life?
Ugh. And how's that? And that worked out.
Well,
I guess.
I'm a lean, mean fighting machine.
No, you're a skinny mini.
Yeah, you're a snack, as they say.
I don't know about that.
All right, when we come back, we'll say the exact food peak of the day. You can guess when yours is or tell us at 312-967-8300. It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
The Hammer Alley Podcast, an 80s flashback mockumentary.
Modestly speaking, in 1987, we knew Hammer Alley was better than Def Leppard, White Lion, Glass Tiger, John Cougar, and other artists named after Wildcats.
How did they go from top of the rock to rock bottom?
That band that won Battle of the Bands, Hammer Alley, is as current as a bowling alley. Have you been in one of those lately?
Hammer Alley.
Follow and listen on your favorite platform.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101, and time for the fact that makes your brain go. Very special guest on the show, by the way. Did you see something weird in the sky in Chicago recently? Think about that for a second. Keep that on hold for 10 minutes, and we're going to talk about that. But first, this fact that makes your brain go. The peak craving time of food in the day. Any day, every day. It's the same craving this time. And Kenzie gets 10 p.m. She gets the kids to bed, goes back down for a snack, and basically
A peace and quiet snack.
a peace and quiet Diet Coke and some pistachios. Then it makes her family have to find ways to crack open the pistachios later as she puts the ones without any opening on it back in the bag for the rest of her family to deal with. Someone recommended using pliers for those, too. There's no nutcracker small enough, but pliers can open those pistachios. Case got 605 because he's hungry right now, but he will not eat possibly craisins.
I got some craisins in the other room.
Yeah. The problem with craisins is, do you ever get full on them? I mean, they give you a little flavor.
It keeps me going a little bit. It's better than eating like a meatball sub at this time.
I just don't like those.
Meatball subs?
No, craisins.
Oh, okay. Because if you didn't like meatball subs, we'd have to have another conversation after the show.
You'd be looking for a new job.
I
We wish
just
you well
feel
in your
like-
future endeavors.
I just feel like I would always be like, maybe I'm not hungry. If my only option was craisins,
Damn craisins.
I probably would lose a lot of weight.
Well, those times are both mistaken. In fact, they're kind of way off. Right in the middle of the craving peak for food in the day is 3 p.m., 3:42 p.m., to be exact. When asked on this, 5,000 Chicagoans were asked about this, and that's the time they gave, 3:42 p.m. Between lunch and dinner, you're getting your end of work. Maybe you're like, this sucks, my job, and I want to get home and eat. But it's still long enough away where you're like, damn it, I got to finish this job if I want to pay rent or mortgage.
Yeah.
So it makes sense, 3:42. It makes
Well, it's
sense.
also probably when you start getting tired because you've been working all day. And like usually when you're tired, if rest is an option, you get hungry because it's like energy.
Right. I noticed that yesterday and not eating. The fast thing I noticed is it wasn't about being hungry for fasting the last 21 hours. It was about all I thought about was food the 21 hours.
Is that different than any other day?
Is that also hunger? Like when you think about food?
No, because my stomach wasn't hurting because I kept pounding Coke Zeros. I had about 11 Coke Zeros yesterday.
Oh my God.
And that kept me going. My stomach was full of Coke Zero, which I don't want to hear about it being unhealthy because it got me through the day. It got me through it. I'm 6 pounds less.
Okay.
But I realized that probably when I'm still eating, I realized I think about food probably way too much.
Yes. I could have told you that before you started fasting.
But when I eat food, I go, cool, I just ate some food.
Yeah.
And I don't realize I'm thinking about more food. Now without food, I realize I'm thinking about food all the time, every minute.
Yeah.
We
When
knew
you
that.
can't have it, you realize how much you're thinking about it.
Yeah. I just realized that yesterday.
Oh, Kenzie and I have known that about you for a long time.
That I think about it all the
Constantly.
time.
Yeah, it's
yeah,
too much.
that's like that's the only thing you do.
And I really miss it. I miss the stuff that I look at. I kind of want it. Yeah, I don't know. It's too bad.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
Well, coming up in sports after fuel and a little conversation here, White Sox are number one. They have a number one after last night actually it was this morning, I should say, when the game ended. We'll get to that in a second. But first, there's an incredible festival going on, or I should say a convention. I like to call it a festival of the weird, of people that are into UFOs and psychics and ghosts. Kenzie, you're in this world a little bit, the fantasy world. You definitely love psychic stuff. I know that.
Yeah, I love psychic stuff. I'm into astrology. I do believe in ghosts. I do believe in demons. I don't really F with demons, okay?
I didn't say
I
you
don't
ever
do that.
fought a demon. You see one coming, you walk the
No,
other
but
side
I
of the street.
just don't, like, I won't even watch movies that are related to, like, any type of demon-based haunting because I don't want demons to feel like I'm interested in them. They're like, oh, let's go see her. Like, she loves us.
You think if you watch
Nice
a
to meet a
movie,
fan.
you think if you watch a movie with demons in it, the demons that are already in the house kind of peering in on you will go, well, she must like us. Let's go in there
I
and hang
just
on the
feel
couch.
like it creates like an opening. Like if I caught myself with a Ouija board in this house, I think I'd beat it with it. I'd be so upset. I would be so upset if I found a Ouija board in this house.
Well, the other stuff that you like besides demons, and demons are a part of this too, this Contact Modalities Expo. It is this weekend, May 1st, 2nd, and 3rd in Delavan, Wisconsin, which is about an hour and 15 minutes from here at the Lake Lawn Resort. We have the info at Q101.com. And I had the pleasure to talk to Jimmy Church, who's an expert. He's going to be the MC at this event. There's so many experts on the strange in the world. They're going to be at this event, and you can go get up for the event this weekend. You can come for a day. All the information at Q101.com or contactmodalitiesexpo.com. But Kenzie, I wanted to play this because Kenzie had to leave the show yesterday, and I talked to this guy around noon yesterday. Recorded this interview with him. I could have talked to this guy for about 8 hours.
Unfortunately, he only had 10 minutes.
He had 10 minutes for me, Kenzie. That's all he had.
Okay.
He's the MC of the event. He's from Chicago. And I asked him, and by the way, the whole interview's on the podcast right now.
Whole interview's on the podcast right now. So what Brian's about to play is a brief moment of the interview yesterday. You're going to hear it. You're going to go, I think I want to hear more of that. And then you're going to go to the Brian and Kenzie podcast and listen to Brian's conversation with Jimmy Church.
And I will say that Case has a studio behind me while I'm talking.
Yeah.
And he was listening in his room to the conversation. I didn't realize he was. And when this piece of the conversation happened, I turned around and looked back to Case, and I saw he was listening, and his face was white.
Yes, jaw on the floor,
As a
face
ghost.
white as a ghost.
He said, what's this guy talking about?
He used a word in this interview that I could not believe came out of his mouth.
So, Kenzie, here we go. We're going to raw dog this with you. You haven't heard this interview.
No.
This is about 2 minutes of the interview where I asked him, how did he get into, this curiousness for the weird?
I was 9 years old in Waukegan. I was going to Clearview Elementary School. It was summer vacation. I was crossing the street from our apartment to go to the playground to hang out with my friends. And I see something up in the sky. I'm a kid. I'm 8 years old. Something catches my eye. And I look up, and it was the Hindenburg. And I watch it. I chase it. I see people looking out the windows. I chase it across the playground until it disappeared over the trees. It was like 5 minutes. And I ended up drawing it, like, constantly. Now, that memory just kind of faded until I became an adult. And that memory popped in. I thought, what was that? There must be something in the historical record about what I saw over Chicago. I went and looked, and I found out that we haven't had any airships since 1938 in the world. So I sat there as an adult, and my hair is rising up on my arms and my neck, and what was it that I saw? Now, I think all of us, and that includes you, Brian, I think all of us have strange things that have happened when we were kids, but we put them on a box, put them on the shelf, life gets in the way, and you just kind of forget about it. If you go back and think about those things and analyze it as an adult, you start to realize that the world is far stranger than we are taught or what we know. And that's what brought me into this world, is looking at the strange, the fun, and alternate realities. Are we being visited by our friends in the universe? What are ghosts? What is life after death? What is time travel? Ancient Egypt and ancient cultures. These are the things that drive me in my life, just the pursuit of knowledge and getting those answers.
Oh, there you go, Kenzie. First of all, what a voice this guy has. So the part you might have.
What year was it that he thought he saw the Hindenburg?
It's probably from his age, I'm guessing, was in the 80s. He said he was in grade school, so somewhere in the 80s.
Wasn't the Hindenburg in the 30s?
Well, that's what he said, is he did research as an adult later. The last airship that ever even traveled over America was in 1938. Hindenburg happened in 1937. He saw the Hindenburg, he said, for 5 minutes.
I thought he meant he saw the disaster at first. Like, I was like, where is he visiting Jersey?
Yeah. He saw the Hindenburg fly over Waukegan for 5 minutes as a kid. And that's what got him to where he is today. in this
So
contact.
now he believes, from what I'm gathering, he saw the Hindenburg. And then, as an adult, realized it couldn't have been the Hindenburg and now thinks it's a UFO of sorts.
I think it could be either one. I think it could be some kind of time warp thing where you're talking about, even though the crash happened in Jersey, maybe the Hindenburg was still floating around in some kind of alternate universe and it got over Waukegan, because who wouldn't want to fly a Hindenburg over Waukegan? Beautiful area. Or it's a UFO. Either way.
Okay.
So,
I guess I was struggling to figure out which thing he was saying it was.
I don't think he knows completely. I mean, he said it looked
kind
like
of a
the
wrinkle
Hindenburg.
in time, if you will.
Maybe. You ever had an experience like that, Kenzie?
No.
Okay. Make sure you go to the Contact Modalities Expo. You will hear all of the Jimmy Church interview on the podcast. And get to the Contact Modalities Expo if you are into the weird. It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101.
Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
The United States Soccer Federation presents the U.S. Soccer Podcast.
My name is David Goss, and I'm joined by my co-host Megan Klingenberg.
And now we're giving people an inside look at the World Cup.
Time's ticking. I think you can feel the intensity. All the guys are wanting to really stake their claim, and they want to be on that World Cup roster. There's no doubt about it.
Hosting the World Cup on home soil comes with its pressures, but we're just really excited, just as the people are.
The U.S. Soccer Podcast, presented by Henco. Follow and listen on your favorite platform.
The Hammer Alley Podcast, an 80s flashback mockumentary.
Back in the 80s, there were 1,000 bands trying to make it in the world of rock, but there was one band that had it all, Hammer Alley.
Whatever happened to Hammer Alley?
How did they go from top of the rock?
I'm looking for a music video. They're a band from 1987, Hammer Alley. Ever heard of them?
To rock bottom.
Dude, I was born in 1987.
Oh.
I can't believe he's doing this.
Hammer Alley.
Follow and listen on your favorite platform.